What's happening? What's happening? Dang it. It's the fire alarm again. What time is it? It's 3 in the morning? Uh, Let me evacuate the building. Hey, Maria. Do you know why the fire alarm went off again? Was it someone's bad cooking again?
No, someone on my floor set it off. They were smoking and the odor could be smelled throughout the floor. And boom, the fire alarm goes off. I hate that kid.
Yeah, isn't this like the sixth or seventh time we had to evacuate because somebody was smoking in the building?
Yes, it is, and I hate it.
And those people don't even apologize as well. It's so annoying. And now we're losing sleep over their smoking habits? Huh. The fire alarm turned off. Well, I'm gonna go inside and hopefully get some sleep. I have my Calc 3 class at 8 a.m. So yeah.
See ya.
Hello guys and welcome back to Abarca's Advice for Adolescents, the podcast where I give young adolescents advice as a student navigating college myself. As you just heard from the introduction, I was just woken up due to a fire alarm. This is about the 13th time that the fire alarm has gone off this year. Well, I actually don't remember how many times. It's gone off so many times, I've lost count. Half the time that it's gone off was because someone couldn't cook food properly. Now, the other half of the time, the fire alarm has gone off because someone was smoking in the building. And that's what I want to talk about today smoking. In the last couple of years, there has been a rise in smoking and vaping. Back when I was in high school, just a year or two ago, there would be this group of kids that would ditch class just to smoke and vape in the bathroom. Even on social media, I see a lot of people smoking. On my For You page on TikTok, I would see clips of people smoking in the bathrooms. When I would hang out with friends at either a restaurant or just at a park, they would sometimes take a hit of their vape. And it was a bit awkward because we're just trying to hang out and they're just enabling their addiction. In my own family, a lot of people smoke. My grandpa, on both sides of my family, were smokers. A lot of my uncles, because they saw their dad smoking, became smokers. I have a cousin that we call Carafume, which translates to face of smoker, sort of, because of how often he smokes and how he smells. My dad was also a smoker because his dad smoked. When I was younger, I would play outside with my neighborhood friends and I would see him smoking a pack of cigarettes. The ash from the cigarettes would be around in the air and I would hate the smell of it and I couldn't breathe really well because of it. Now, the issue of smoking has long prevailed, but I see it as a form of an epidemic. A lot of people around me are smokers, and I can assume that the viewers at home have a family member or just someone that they're close to that smokes around them constantly. And seeing the way they would smoke around us, we all had the same common thought. It was a problem. As you were probably taught, smoking damages your lungs. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, in their article titled Cigarette Smoking, possible health effects of smoking are cancer, pulmonary diseases, and heart disease. These negative effects will eventually start to deteriorate your life. You won't be able to run as far since you will be out of air and breath. Coughing will be very common. Additionally, you will not think as clearly. You might always be thinking about smoking and can't concentrate on academics or work life or your social life. Moreover, it will start to affect your family life. If you smoke in the house, then the odor will linger throughout the home, making everyone smell it, even if they don't want to. If you get sick from smoking, your family members will probably be the ones helping you pay with the medical bills. And if you tragically die from it, they're the ones that have to pay the funeral expenses. I guess what I'm trying to say is that your smoking habits not only affect your own personal health, but they affect and impact the lives of so many others around you. And most people do not recognize it. The manner at which people are impacted by this feels like an epidemic because their lives are being heavily disturbed by someone else's actions, and the original person does not even take care of themselves. Therefore, it spreads and infects others. I myself have been bothered and disturbed by these. My dad, when he would smoke in front of me, it would be a bother because I'm trying to have fun, yet the smoke will ruin it all. Plenty of others in my dorm have been bothered because someone else is smoking has set off the fire alarm, causing them to evacuate the building and possibly losing sleep. As a society, we should find a way to prevent all this from happening because it's become a big problem. And I'm not trying to bash anyone. I know everyone has their different reasons for smoking. My dad said that when he smoked, it used to help him with his migraines. My friends did it as a stress reliever. And I'm not trying to be mad, but I'm trying to say that when your smoking habits affect everyone's daily lives, then it becomes a problem and it feels like an epidemic because it's affecting more people than it should. Seeing how much this is a problem, not only to me, but to other people, I made an anonymous community poll on Instagram asking you guys if getting rid of smoking or vaping will be a benefit to society. And you guys had some great answers. One of you guys said getting rid of smoking would.
Meaning fewer people getting sick, less strain on healthcare, and a cleaner environment, not to mention protecting younger generations from addiction.
Another person said
just limiting access to help youth not get an addiction and helps the environment.
the last response that I'll bring up said that society should.
Definitely cut down on it though, especially with minors.
I like that you guys have similar problems and recognize that it is wrong. We need to do more to reduce these issues in society, and it can start with you. Informing others about the dangers of smoking, as well as not smoking yourself, will help spread awareness and help others out in their journey to quit. To end off this week's segment, I would like to say a couple more things. I think that smoking is definitely a problem we have in our society. However, if we take the right steps to fix it by maybe offering programs for addiction or just make sure people are aware of the situation that they might be putting others through, then we might be able to reduce the amount of smokers in society. With this, people will be less inclined to smoke and less issues will arise.
And maybe I won't have to get up at 3 in the morning again.
But if we introduce these systems, then maybe we can live in a better society and younger generations will learn about the dangers of smoking and possibly not smoke. This is my advice to all the young teens and young adults listening to this. Seeing how much of a problem smoking has caused, I encourage you guys to not smoke in your lives. And if you do, please, please do it in a way where it doesn't affect the lives of other people because it just makes society worse. To help society grow, we cannot cause any more damage to it. My advice to y'all is to stay away from smoking and to help those who are battling with it. That way, we can create a better and more perfect society. And with that, I want to thank you all. Hopefully, no one wakes me up again at 3 in the morning. Thank you for tuning in into Abarca's advice for adolescents. Stay safe, guys, and tune in next week for more advice. Thank you.